Right, lads, all right? Afternoon. Oh, warm, innit? Aye. Warm. It's warm in this seat, I tell you. Been you alright, Paul?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. Everyone ready? Yeah. Let's go. Duncan, I just wonder how you're going to feel when you step out tomorrow and you hear Goodison singing for the first time, Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, an incredibly proud moment for me. It's everybody knows how I feel about the club, and yeah, I'll be incredibly proud, emotional, nervous, excited. Obviously, looking for a positive result.
At the same time, I suppose there's disappointment as well that Marco has lost his job. So, how do you feel about how all that panned out yesterday?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always it's not nice when a manager loses his job. We all felt for him. Everybody at the club, we supported him as best we could, and it's unfortunate that he's lost his job. But I think the results determine that, don't they? So it was a sad time.
How have the players taken it as well? Yeah,
mixed, as you can imagine. You know what I mean? Nobody likes to see the manager lose their job, me included. And the players were, it was a mixed feeling. But we've got to try and pick them up now. That's what football. The great thing about football is always another game, isn't there?
When did you first find out then what was happening, and what was your reaction when you were asked to take charge?
Well, I found out last night. I don't know the actual time. It was maybe 7 o'clock or something at night. And obviously they told me that the manager lost his job and they wanted me to step in. Of course, I never hesitated. So yeah, it was a proud moment for myself. It was exciting.
Was it a difficult day yesterday? Because obviously there was a meeting with the players. What was said from Farhad Moshiri at that point? Were you under the impression that Marco was staying on?
I had no idea, to be honest with you, because I wasn't in the meeting. To be perfectly honest with you, I wasn't in that. So I'm not quite sure what got said. All got said to me is that I was stepping in, and that was it.
When you look at what's happened at the club over the last few years, and obviously with the changes of managers, why do you think that the club hasn't been able to find that kind of consistency of performance that is going to see it challenging where the club wants to be?
I'm not quite sure on that. I don't know how I could answer that, really, to be honest with you. That's for other people to answer that, not myself.
What then have you got to do to start changing this run of form around, starting against Chelsea at the weekend?
Yeah, obviously it's a difficult task because it's such a short period of time, but we've got to try and motivate the players and make sure that they know what's needed to play for this club. So we need to make sure that we're up for the fight, up for the match, and that's what we're trying to do at the moment.
What's the key element then you feel you have to put right within that side at the moment?
Well, it's confidence, isn't it? I mean, you're losing games and you're getting beat off Liverpool 5-2 and things doesn't help you, does it? So we need to try and make sure that we can get all the players on side, get them in a good frame of mind, and pick them up quickly, because in football, as I say, there's always another big game coming, isn't there? And there's no bigger than Chelsea at home.
So what has your message been to the players?
That really, move on. We need to move on. Unfortunately, that's football. And we need to look to the next game, and we're desperate for points, aren't we? So that's really been the message, Move on, and let's go for it on Saturday.
How was that training session today?
Yeah, it was sharp, fine. The boys seemed okay. They trained well. Never looked like there was any problems.
Looking a little bit further forward, though, how would you describe the job facing the new manager coming in?
Yeah, it was a fantastic club, isn't it? And who wouldn't want to be the Everton manager? So it's really attractive club. We're no many points off the mid-table, so if we can string a few results together, I'm sure we can start climbing that table, and it's a great job. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be many top managers looking for this job.
I was going to say, what's still achievable this season? Because 7 points off 6th at the moment, a cup quarter final as well. It could go one or two ways still, couldn't it?
Yeah, it sounds easy, doesn't it? Unfortunately, it's not quite like that. We're just looking for tomorrow, to be honest. Yeah, we're just looking to try and get some points tomorrow. That's all we're focusing on tomorrow. That's it.
As you say, though, a big opportunity for whoever gets the job full-time. I just wonder what you make of the candidates being linked with it. Obviously, we've heard of David Moyes, Vita Pereira, Pochettino, Ancelotti, Duncan Ferguson. Do you want it full-time?
I don't think I'm a coach at the moment, you know what I mean? So I don't think that's something I'm really considering at the moment in time. I think the club will find a real top manager and attract to the club. Of course, it's a dream of mine to be the Everton manager, but I'm also realistic. And my main focus is tomorrow. That's all my remit is tomorrow, to make sure we try and get that result.
So whoever comes in, though, you'd like to work with in the future, moving forward as well.
I'd love to work with him, because I believe I'm a loyal guy. I've been loyal to the club, and I'd love to work with a new manager coming in. That'll be up to him. But
any recommendation on the way to go?
No, not really. Unfortunately, I've no. The club will make that decision, won't they? And I'm sure they'll make the right one.
What is the key against this Chelsea side at the moment? Because Frank Lampard appears to be doing a pretty decent job there. So
they're doing a great job, and obviously they're a top team, aren't they? That's why they're where they are in the league. We're not quite there yet, and we've just got to make sure that we compete. Compete in every level. Make sure we cover every blade of grass and fight for every ball. That's what we're looking to do, and then we'll put our game plan together, and then hopefully it'll come off.
What are you still hoping as well from the fans at Goodison Park on the day?
Well, we need them up for it. We really need them up for it. I think they know the position we're in the league. We've just lost a manager, and we need to make sure that the atmosphere is spot on on Saturday, and I'm sure the punters will be there for that.
Injury-wise, any good news at all?
No, unfortunately. No. Seamus, no. Delph, no. And the long-term injuries, no.
Yerry Mina, is he a doubt as well?
He's been assessed. He's a doubt, but he's done a wee bit of training this morning, so we're confident.
And just that kind of sum up the look at the club at the moment. Marco's time's been affected by injuries. There's been the VAR decisions this season as well. You can go back and maybe some of the recruitment in the summer, some targets were missed. Well, look,
it is what it is. We are where we are, and we've just got to try and concentrate on tomorrow, haven't we? And tomorrow's that's the focus. Tomorrow, what's been, it's in the past.
Obviously, your family's well connected with this club as well. Just because of your time here as a player, your kids still got season tickets?
They have. They've still got them. Gladys Street, Lower Gladys Street. They'll be coming tomorrow. And of course, my brother-in-law, John Parrott, as you all know, will be there again. So, I've got a lot of connections here.
What's it going to mean then as a family affair, as they're all at Goodison, you're taking the manager's spot in the dugout there?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be very nervous, like I will be. But, of course, it'll be a very proud moment for myself and my family.
Do they join in with the Duncan Ferguson chat?
Let's hope they're singing tomorrow, eh?
Duncan, hi, Sam from the Premier League. You mentioned confidence a few times there. How do you go about instilling that confidence back into the side?
I think just sending a positive message, really. I know it's difficult time, but we've got to go in the training ground and make sure everything's positive, and try and get the players lifted. And of course, we're a good team. We believe we're a good team. We've got good players in that squad. So they've got to believe that as well. And we've got to go into the game believing that we can get results. And I think that's what we're doing this morning. That's what we did yesterday a little bit. So, that's what we're looking to do. Just build the confidence.
Spoken a little bit about Chelsea there. A word on the job that Frank Lampard's doing at the moment?
Doing a very good job, isn't he? Has he got any tips?
Thank you.
Anyone else? Duncan. Obviously, when the club drops into the bottom three, it's always seen as some sort of crisis. But you've been here a long time now. Is the situation as bad as it's been made out?
The situation is what it is. I don't know how bad it's getting made out. But of course, we're in the bottom three, aren't we? And there's no hiding for that fact. But we've got plenty of time in the league. There's plenty of time. We've got plenty of games ahead of us. The games come thick and fast, as I said. So we've just got to crack on and start picking up some points. I'm sure we can climb the table very soon.